Hi, hello. Welcome to MITS Community Radio 90.8. I'm Rajay Narendra. Today we have our guest, Dr. Balakumar Pitchai, sir. So, welcome to MITS Community Radio. Can you briefly tell about our students about your research journey and what inspired you to enter this research and publications?
Okay, thank you very much. And first of all, I would like to convey my sincere gratitude to the management and the organizing committee for having invited me to visit Madanapalli Institute of Technology and Science to interact with the MCA students, to enlighten them how to start the research and how to identify the problem, then gap, so on, and how to do the research, and then finally how to complete the research and how to get it published in a journal of international repute. This is what yesterday and today we are going to convey the right information to all the MCA students.
Many students fear about research words, sir. In simple words, what is research methodology and why should undergraduates or postgraduates should care about that?
Yeah. Actually, normally, research is an intellectual process. It includes sequential steps. There are three kinds of research. Number one, experimental research. Number two, descriptive research. Number three, exploratory research. In the experimental research, you do some experiments. For example, by changing the independent variable and seeing their effect on dependent variable. So here, there will be outcome. The value can be quantified.
Yes.
So here you are doing some experiment and seeing the effect of various independent variable on dependent variable. The dependent variable may be 1 or 2 or 3. Okay?
Yes.
On the other hand, in the descriptive research, you won't do any experiment. It is simply a survey or online survey, questionnaire study. The third category is the exploratory research, where you are exploring the ideas through constructive literature search. From constructive literature search, you are able to find out the real research problem that should align with the SDG goals. Sustainable Development Goal. There are 17 goals, starting from no poverty. Okay? Number 1, number 2, health and well-being are coming under SDG 3. So you can select a topic through constructive literature search and come up with a testable hypothesis. That testable hypothesis is a kind of reasoning you are applying. That reasoning is a deductive reasoning. So there are three kinds of reasoning: inductive, deductive, and abductive reasoning. Inductive reasoning you have to apply when you are able to find out the specific research problem and when you are able to define the research gap. Then once the research gaps are defined, you have to come up with the research questions and you have to come up with a testable hypothesis. That is deductive reasoning. Once the hypotheses are made, you can coin the aims and objective and you can formulate them. And after that, you can do the experiment by designing a very good experimental protocol and methodology. Once the experiments are done, you will get a results. That results, why we got this result, what could be the possible reason. So you are giving some kind of possible explanation for the results that you have obtained through experiments. And this is known as abductive reasoning. And finally, you are reaching a conclusion and you are trying to solve a problem. So research is done to solve a problem. And that may be a societal problem or a very common problem, anything. So initially you have to identify the research problem. Then you have to do sequential steps. Then you have to try to solve a problem. That is research.
Great, sir. And many students feel that I'm not from NIT or IIIT or IIT, so they can't publish researchers. Many students think about that, sir. What is your message to students from our institution, MITS, or any other institutions other than IIT, NIT, or IIITs?
See, for students, I would like to convey a message. Where you are studying does not matter. How you are studying is a matter. You can achieve a great thing by performing a constructive research even in the institutions where there is no ranking. Okay? You need to collaborate with the people. You need to get a right internship. And you need to tie up with the people and you need to get the guidance from the right people. The selection of research problem followed by defining the research gap, then formulating the research questions according to finer criteria. FINER. F means feasible, I should be interesting, N novel, E ethical or relevant or realistic. So you have to formulate the research question. Then you need to propose what should be the expected outcomes. Then null and alternate hypotheses. When hypotheses are made, you can define your aim and objectives. And objectives should align with the SMART C criteria. S means specific, M means measurable, A means achievable, R means realistic, and T means time bound, and C means challenging. So accordingly, you have to formulate your objective. What objectives that you are formulating that should try to achieve the aim very focusedly. Even your work is of minimum level, but if your concept is new, you are identifying a solution to solve a complex research problem, you are able to publish your paper very easily in an international standard journal like Web of Science, Science Citation Index Expanded, top tier Q1 journal.
Great, sir. And any final message for our MITS students who are listening to this interview through the MITS Community Radio?
Yeah. Students, you have to do first the constructive literature search. Not all search engine you can use. The selected search engine, for example, Web of Science or Scopus or Science Direct, that is the product of elsewhere, that you can use it. In addition, you can use some AI tool also. For example, Consensus AI. By using a Consensus AI, you have to use the filters where you can select only the papers published by Q1 journals. And for the past 5 years, the recent papers. You should not read any papers through mobile phone or computer or anything else. You have to print the paper. Okay? And whatever the paper you are going to read should be the research article. If it happens for you to read a review article, that should be written by the high expert in the field. And that review article should have been published in a top tier Q1 journal. So you have to refer all the articles published by journals which are designated as a top tier Q1 journal. Automatically, you will be able to identify a good research problem, good research gap, good research question, and you have to follow the methodology what they have followed. And through number of papers, you will reach a conclusion. So this is the final methodology for me. And accordingly, you have to set up the research. But timeline is very important. If you are doing a MCA, you have to complete all the activities in 6 months. Remaining 6 months, you have to take for writing a paper and communicating the paper for the journal. Because most of the journal takes normally 3 to 4 months to process the paper.
Yes, sir.
So within the given time of 1 year, you have to identify the research problem, identify the research gap, and formulate the protocol along with the methodology. Then you have to do the experiment. Then you have to write the experiment and the paper. Then you have to communicate them. And finally, it will be published. Then automatically it will be indexed in Web of Science or Scopus or both. Then finally it will start receiving the citation. So all things should be happening within the time of 1 year or 1.5 years. For that, you have to very smart enough to plan. And you are the reactant. Your guide is a facilitator. Okay?
Thank you, sir, for your great words and inspiring words, sir. We have discussed and you gave the answers which are very interesting and very motivation for students or MCA students as well as other students.
Other students, yeah.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much. And again, I convey my sincere gratitude to the organizing committee, the management, and organizing coordinator, Dr. Radhika, for the great chance and opportunity for us to visit this esteemed institution, having NAC A+ grade. And we enjoyed interacting with the students and faculty members yesterday, and we expect the same today as well.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.